Hi guys, how's everyone doing tonight? It has been a minute since we've been on. Can you guys hear us okay, first of all, because we're outside? But I apologize. My channel was consistent. I posted every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then during Vlogmas, I would post every single day. But I mean, I'm talking vacations, I'm talking when my mom died, I never missed an upload day. It was my commitment. But my life got turned upside down in August for all the right reasons. But it's been a little difficult for us to find the right time to film. We've had family in from out of town for the holiday, and just life happened and is happening. So a couple people were upset in the comments, but please just understand, we are trying to figure it out. We are going to film some Christmas/holiday videos. So if there are things you want to know about, maybe what it was like on the inside during the holidays, anything holiday related / prison related, or anything with our lives out here, our first holiday, just let us know in the comments, because we're getting ready to do that content this week. But today, we wanted to answer from Adam's perspective, who's done a lot of time. If you guys are new here, Adam did 20 years in federal prison. He got a life sentence. Nobody was seriously hurt during his crimes, but they stacked the charges. So we fought for 20 years, we fought hard, and he got out in August. So if you're not already subscribed and you want to hear more about that story, just do that. Sorry to make this a commercial, it's just been a minute. It's been a minute. I slurred that all together and I wanted to get that out. So we're gonna answer a question that we got on Instagram. It was so good, and I think we need the inside perspective, and this is why for all these years I've been dying to get Adam here in person to answer this stuff for you, because he has firsthand experience. So this beautiful prison wife said, "Hey Ro, I'm not sure if you and Adam have touched on this subject yet, but I was wondering if you and him would be willing to make a video clarifying something. I've been with my boyfriend for a year now. He's been in prison for 3 years. Within the year we've been together, he's tattooed my name, a portrait of me, and sent me an application for a marriage license. I just want to understand from the perspective of someone who's been in prison, how and why do men inside fall in love with people so easily while doing time? I asked my boyfriend, but sometimes he has a hard time finding the right words to explain his feelings. I don't doubt his love for me or question it at all. I'm just really curious and want to understand so badly how these men on the inside really feel. I hope you guys could help me out with this. Your content is amazing. I love it, and it's helped me so much with grasping the silver linings of my situation. Thank you so much for all you guys do." Oh, what a sweetheart. You're welcome. Again, it's both of our life callings and purpose, but I'm not going to waste any more time than I already did. What do you think?
You didn't waste any time. And I mean, this is a central part of our story. You know, how we ended up together. And in order for that to even happen, I maintained or stayed in a very toxic relationship for many, many years, well past its expiration. Because when you're in prison, the last thing you want to do is cut off whatever ties you have to the outside, whether that's family, old friends, even when you know that it's not healthy, you know, that it's not a good relationship. So that's the first part, you know, is being able to let go of the unhealthy relationships so that you can make space in your life for someone as amazing as this. And that's what I had to do. And I'll tell you, it was the hardest thing that I did throughout that first part of my period of incarceration. You know, as I was going through personal transformation, that was the very last thing for me to let go of. There were 2 relationships, you know, that connected me to my past, and they were very, very difficult to let go of. When I did, I felt a weight of relief, and that opened up and made the space in my life to welcome Ro and back into my life. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I wouldn't have been in the right headspace. My heart wouldn't have been open to it. Now, on the other side of this, so many men, when they end up in prison, wind up alone. It's because of bad decisions that we've made in our past. There are people that don't want to be associated. When you end up in prison, like, generally, you know, you were involved in not just like one thing. It's like a whole lifestyle of criminal activity that, man, we leave people in our wake. You know, I still carry a lot of guilt, remorse for all the people, my family members, everyone that was harmed in my past. So when you end up in prison alone, which is very, very common, or with very few people in your life, to start a relationship with someone, when you find someone under those circumstances and you are so desperate for that level of connection, for a need to be loved, that, man, you just give yourself to it completely. For me, it took a long time going through, 10 years of true introspection and really analyzing my past to figure out what was it that, was driving me throughout so much of my youth. And a hard reality, a hard thing for me to accept was that I was driven by a need to be loved. And for a lot of men, that's very difficult to acknowledge something like that. And it was tough for me to accept that at first. Like, man, like so many of these things I did, like that's what I was searching for, and I was doing it by all the wrong means. So when individuals are in prison and they're cut off from the outside, there's not many, genuine connections. When someone comes into your life that expresses, that wants to be a part of your life, wants to listen to you, that wants to open up their heart to you, like you're very susceptible to just giving everything to that person, which is why so many prison relationships develop so quickly, so deeply. The woman who sent us that amazing message, talking about her experience and guys getting tattooed. Like, that's not something guys generally take lightly. Like, man, I'm gonna go get this woman's name tattooed on me. Like, you gotta realize, like, that's something that at the time, like, that means something to them. But a lot of times they don't recognize, as I was fortunate, it took me a long time to come to that realization and to be open about it. That for me, like, that was a need that had to be fulfilled. And I was very fortunate to have someone who was able to fulfill that completely. And we were able to build a relationship, around so many other aspects. And that took many years. It took a lot of time. Although I have acknowledged here before, that I knew early on when Rose started coming up to see me in Allenwood, I was at a point, as I said, I had removed all the negative, the toxic relationships. I was open to something positive, but in my mind I had a life sentence. I'm like, listen, I can't be serious about anything. So at the time, it was just really about getting to know her on a deeper, more personal level. And our exchanges, since we were being so open and honest with each other, that's what led to the depth of our relationship. And when she started coming up, and then us spending time in person, for me, that was a whole new experience. I was able to start a relationship with her that was based on a genuine connection, as opposed to just the physical component. Where I spoke about this yesterday to a group of individuals who were just recently released and are coming through the Hope for Prisoners program, and was talking to them about sharing my experiences and letting them know that Ro was largely responsible for me becoming the person that I am. That was the support that I genuinely needed in my life. But it took me a long time to get to that point. What were you gonna say?
Well, I have a few things to add, so are you done?
Please add.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but a couple things. So first of all, in your defense, when you were saying earlier how you left a path of destruction, let's say, and you understand why everybody left you.
Sure.
Okay, that's understandable, and I get it, and I agree with that. However, when people go to prison, you are an example of this too. People who you took charges for, people who are your best friends, they disappeared too. So it's really lonely on the inside, and I think that, and not everybody but a lot. So anybody who goes to jail or prison at some point or another is going to feel abandoned.
Sure.
Abandoned by the people that they felt they deserved to be abandoned by, like Adam was saying, the path of destruction that he left, and he just left kind of like bodies on the side of the road. That's a terrible analogy, but you know what I mean. But also people that you love, that you care about, that just can't do the time with you anymore, don't want to do the time with you. We had a friend the other day say, I just couldn't ever visit you. I couldn't go see my brother in a cage. So there's so many different reasons. Regardless, it's lonely. So I just wanted to clarify that, because you had good people leave you too, and that wasn't deserved. It wasn't like you just destroyed every relationship you had.
It's true, and I'll say this. There have been, I can't tell you how many people have reached out on social media to say, man, I thought about you so many times over the years, but I'm gonna be honest, none of them reached out.
Right.
I mean, there were decades, we're talking decades, where I wondered, I said, man, I wonder what happened to some of these people, and it made me question, honestly. I was like, well, maybe I don't remember things accurately. And so to hear from those people many years later, much of that is validation for me, but it's also a reminder of, man, like, that's common. Like, I'm not a rare exception in that. As Ro was just saying, so many individuals, when you end up in prison, like, there's not a lot of contact with the outside. The reality is, a lot of people don't know how to deal with that sort of relationship. When someone goes to prison, they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do, they're uncomfortable, they don't want to reach out, it's awkward, it's so many different things, and it's easier to just say, I'll wait till they get out. Once they get out, like, we'll meet up, I'll make up for it then. And I get that. I get the mindset. So back to those relationships, when someone does get into a relationship, there are benefits to being in a prison relationship. Without those distractions that I admittedly in my past relationships was easily distracted, where there was a physical attraction, and to be honest, I was very shallow. Like, if we connected on any deeper level, it was like, wow, okay, that's great. Like, that's extra. My communication was not the best. So, the foundation that we built for our relationship, which I credit to us having that separation. I just wish it wouldn't have been so long, but that's what built a foundation. It's what, allows us, even at this point, where we just communicate, whatever's going on. And that's going forward. Like, that's why I have no doubts about our future, So many people, like, that's the greatest challenge. They don't talk to each other. We learned to do that first and foremost. So everything going forward, like, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Sorry, my hair just attacked you. You guys, we literally just worked out, and
that's why we're in the park.
That's why we're in the park, and I pulled my hair out of the hair tie, and this is what you get, which is hysterical, because yesterday we were all pretty and done up. I had makeup on. Adam had like a nice suit on. Of course, we don't do our live videos then. We do them now when we have flares on or no, whatever. Regardless, I just had to point it out because my hair attacked him. What did you say before? My hair was
wild enough to be like oddly enticing, but not quite scary.
Yeah, he was like, in my interpretation was, you're a step below a scarecrow. That's okay.
No, that was
The number two thing I wanted to add, well, first of all, second of all, but before the third of all.
Hold on, can I add one thing?
Sure.
Like, how great is this? That it's December what? 2nd, 3rd, whatever it is. It's December 2nd, December 3rd, and we are out at night in the park.
Yeah.
In what, a lightweight sweatshirt? That's Vegas.
I'm wearing fleece because I'm always cold, but yes. So really quick, we have 128 people and 30 thumbs up. If you guys can just thumbs up this video, we would love you guys so much. It just helps us out. The other thing that I wanted to say is this, and this is in no way related to this person who wrote this on Instagram, but Adam is the most optimistic person I've ever met in my life, where I'm very positive, but I'm also very protective of my fellow prison life girlfriends, family members, you're all lumped into prison life, significant others of people who are incarcerated. And Jess was joking, but I agree completely. This is something I wanted to say the whole time. She said, I would tattoo somebody's name for the right price. When Adam was saying, it's kind of hefty to tattoo somebody's name on you. But there are the few, maybe more than a few. Remember, I've been coaching prison life, and family members, and fiancés, and significant others for a really, really long time, thousands throughout the years. A lot of people on the inside, majority of people on the inside, let's be real, they are not in there for being Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, for helping ladies, old ladies cross the street, for being choir boys, insert whatever you want to insert there. A lot of them do have ill intentions, and they will go to great lengths. I spoke to somebody who did 20 years in state prison because one of my girlfriends got married and she was being used. And I said, but he married her, so he's not using her. And he's like, if I had $1 for every guy that married a girl and he was using her just to seal the deal, a tattoo is nothing. You can get that covered up, or you could give a crap less. So I'm not saying that that's all the time. I have 2 videos way back on my channel, and disclaimer, they are not the best videos. It was before I really learned how to edit and all that stuff, which I'm still learning, but they're called Red Flags in a Prison Relationship and Green Flags in a Prison Relationship. And just, if I encourage you, if
I
things,
need to go watch that.
You do. They were fun, but they weren't the best editing. And I kind of got a little distracted. They were long, but definitely worth watching if you're like, it feels okay, but he's kind of moving a little fast, or I feel like maybe he's controlling, or he keeps asking me for all this money. Go watch them and see maybe where you fall in, because not everybody inside prison is Adam Clausen. Majority of people are not. There are the few good men and the few good women, more than a few, we'll say. But I just always feel the need to add that side of the story in the disclaimer, because I've seen it a lot. So again,
I'm gonna add in one thing.
Yeah.
Love languages.
Ooh, good one.
Realize that people do express and expect expressions of love in different ways. So it's important to understand that. Unfortunately, a lot of individuals in prison associate gifts, whether that be money, both giving. I've seen guys give ridiculously. Guys that spend, month after month in a hobby craft shop, like making gifts for family, for friends, and just constantly sending it out. I've also seen it on the other side, where guys are relentless about, hey, this person's supposed to send me this, supposed to send me this, supposed to send me this, because they expect it. And when people don't send them something, then they're like, man, these people don't love me. Because that's the only thing that they associate with love. So I will add that in. And admittedly, there are plenty of men, far too many, and women in prison that are quick to use someone for money, for attention, for whatever it might be. That's a reality. And it's hard to distinguish where that boundary is. As I said, when we have unfulfilled needs as humans, you know what I mean? Our base level needs, once those are fulfilled, food, clothing, shelter, then we move up into, esteem, sense of belonging, and being loved, social needs. Those are just above our base level needs. So we tend to do sometimes some kind of extreme things, really just to fulfill those. So it's difficult. You gotta, it's gotta be a case by case basis. And like any relationship, man, it takes time to build trust that's earned over time. One of my favorite phrases is trust but verify. You know what I mean? You give the expectation that you can trust people, because that's what we want to do.
Kat actually made that on a t-shirt with your face.
Did she? That's beautiful.
It's on our Teespring store in the little merch shelf below.
Trust but verify. But you still, I expect the best out of people. Yes, I am an optimist, and I have been accused numerous times by friends of being a Pollyanna, meaning that I am overly optimistic to a fault. And I can now dispute that because I'm here. So, I
think, okay, you gave me ideas while you were talking. First of all, I really have wanted to make this video for years, and I am so grateful that you're here to make this video with me. I really want to make a video on how your love languages change while your loved one's incarcerated, because you can't do all of them, right? And I think that that'll be a really good video to make. Look at this hair. This is hysterical. Number 2.
I think it looks beautiful.
Thank you. While you were talking, I think we should do a giveaway of the 5 love languages. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. We'll do it around the holidays.
Okay.
We'll send one of our subscribers and their loved one, if they can get books.
I love it.
The book,
Yeah.
because it will cop. G-Man's on. Because I think it's worth it. And for all of you guys that said that you got it because of my videos about it, it was the number 1 book that fueled our relationship to be as strong and as incredible as it is. It was the biggest gift that I think our relationship got, was when the assistant warden suggested that we read it. Do you know my love language?
Words of affirmation.
I think yours is too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
I've had him talk about his 45-day challenge. Who was that? Okay, I'm doing it. Go Miss Rogers. Yeah, for everybody out there on YouTube, I've been doing a morning Facebook Live post.
What's your Facebook name? Tell everyone.
What's my Facebook name?
How to follow you on Facebook.
How do they follow me? Adam Clausen? Is that where I'm at? I think that's what it is. I think it's Adam Clausen. On Facebook Live every morning. You know, I've been going out, starting the day a healthy way. I mean, that's part of who we are. So I've been, trying to promote that, getting people to adopt some healthy habits. And I instituted a 45-day challenge. Instead of going through the holidays, which is what we're talking about already, yes, it's officially past Thanksgiving, so we can start decorating for Christmas. And everybody uses this period to kind of fall or slip off track, and they say, I'll wait till the first of the year, then I will come up with a resolution. I'll resolve to suddenly get on track. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to eat better. And they use this period of the year every year to kind of indulge and go off the rails. So we're making this a priority, right? Health, wellness, straight through the holidays. And I started a 45-day challenge to be consistent. 45 days. I promise you, whatever you're willing to commit to, whether that be, 20, 30 minutes of daily exercise, eating healthy, or, just making sure you're getting adequate sleep every night, at least 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep, whatever you need. If you do one of those things, you're going to see major, major improvements in your life. If you do all of those things for the next 45 days, I promise you, it will be life transforming. It will change everything. You will feel so much better. And come New Year's, you're not going to be resolving to get back in the gym or start eating healthy. You're going to have already done it. And you're going to be able to focus on bigger goals. You'll start looking ahead and saying, man, I already accomplished this. Like, what else can I do in this year ahead? 2021 is going to be an incredible year. I know a lot of people are ready to get out of 2020, but in my opinion, it's been pretty amazing. So we're going to keep this rolling. And
Michelle just put up the greatest quote, and Adam's a quote guy. She said, if you are persistent, you will get it. If you're consistent, you will keep it. Excellent quote.
Love it. Definitely love it. From us, and I saw this video. I said, that's us. That's awesome.
That's so cute. Okay, you guys.
Easy and breezy.
Yeah, it's getting cold. My hair is taking over. It's going to eat Adam if we're not careful.
Somebody's yelling at the kids to get out of the park. So it's time to go.
Don't forget to do us a favor and give this video a thumbs up. It just helps us out on YouTube. And also, any holiday videos you guys want, we're going to be filming later this week. So if there's anything that you want to know about holidays on the inside, anything about how we survived on the outside, if you want us to vlog, anything holiday related, or anything at all, just let us know in the comments, because we have some ideas, but we'd rather do what you guys want to hear about, want to see, etc. Again, for anybody that is hopping on late, we apologize for kind of disappearing for a couple weeks, but our lives got turned upside down. We tried to keep up with the this schedule, but we had family in from out of town and it just got a little hectic. So I know some people got upset and unsubscribed. Hey, YouTubers with millions of subscribers have to take a break for a minute. So we love you guys for sticking around and for putting up with us, and we will have fresh content very soon. Love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Oops.